So Zelensky has written a love letter for Donald Trump. Zelensky has made a post on X, and Donald Trump also mentioned in the Congress that he received a letter. And both of them seem to have similar words. So, what has Zelensky mentioned publicly? Well, let's read. I would like to reiterate Ukraine's commitment to peace. None of us wants an endless war. Ukraine is ready to come to the negotiating table as soon as possible to bring lasting peace closer. Well, Zelensky had the opportunity to sign a peace deal back in 2022 in Istanbul when he listened to Boris Johnson, who convinced Zelensky to keep fighting. So Zelensky had the chance for a peace deal back in 2022. He didn't do that, but now he wants to sit in the negotiating table. Well, nobody wants peace more than Ukrainians. My team and I stand ready to work under President Trump's strong leadership to get a peace that lasts. Well, now he wants to work under President Trump's strong leadership. So that's a climb down for a man with such a big ego who actually fought with JD Vance and Donald Trump in White House. Now he wants to work under President Trump's strong leadership. So looks like the effects of the stoppage of aid and intelligence and weapons and money is starting to show up, and Zelensky falling in line. We are ready to work fast to end the war, and the first stages could be the release of prisoners and truce in the sky, ban on missiles, long range drones, bombs on energy and other civilian infrastructure, and truce in the sea immediately if Russia will do the same. Well, Zelensky, it looks like he wants to buy time. He wants Russia to stop bombing, Russia to stop attacking so that he can again gather his troops, gather the arms and ammunition from Europe, and again restart the war. I mean, that's what it looks like. Then we want to move very fast through all the next stages and to work with the US to agree a strong final deal. So apparently there seems to be a lot of steps before the final deal, and Zelensky has already given a hint of what that final deal would be. He has posted a video where he clearly says that he is not going to give away the territory that Russia has occupied in the last 3 years. So I'm not sure Putin is going to leave that in the negotiating table. So it looks like Zelensky wants to buy time. He wants to go through the first stage to ask Russia to stop bombing so that he can buy time in negotiating the final stages, and he can again recoup. So that's what the strategy looks like. Well, moving ahead, we do really value how much America has done to help Ukraine maintain its sovereignty and independence. Well, he was really ungrateful in White House, and that's what JD once pointed that out. And now he's trying to woo Americans that we do really value America, what America has done, and all that kind of stuff. And we remember the moment when things changed when President Trump provided Ukraine with javelins. Finally, Zelensky giving credit to Donald Trump for the javelins. Well, it was Donald Trump who gave javelins to Zelensky, and he was being so ungrateful for all of these days. It took humiliation for Zelensky to actually talk about the truth. Our meeting in Washington at the White House on Friday did not go the way it was supposed to be. I'm glad he realizes that. It is regrettable that it happened this way. I'm glad he realizes that. It is time to make things right. Oh, he's trying to woo Donald Trump. We would like to we would like future cooperation and communication to be constructive. Well, this sounded more like a teenager trying to woo his girlfriend. Like, it's regrettable that it happened this way. So Zelensky is like literally pleading Donald Trump over here. Regarding the agreement on minerals and security, Ukraine is ready to sign it at any time in any convenient format. Wow, what a climb down. This man who keep dilly-dallying about the mineral deal, he said yes, no so many times. And he went to White House, lectured JD Vaughn, insulted the American officials over there, and then he got it back in kind from Donald Trump. And now he says that he's ready to sign the peace deal, the mineral deal, anytime in any convenient format. What a huge climb down it is. That's what happens when you mess with a country which has given you billions of dollars of aid, weapons, and arms, and you show ungratefulness to them and they pull out the support, this is what happens. So Donald Trump pulling out the aid, stopping the aid, pausing the weapons supply has done the trick. Zelensky is now literally on his knees. The last line that he has mentioned is, we see this agreement as a step towards greater security and solid security guarantees, and I truly hope it will work effectively. So Zelensky now wants security guarantees, which Donald Trump has clearly mentioned would come through US uh, private enterprises working within Ukraine, and that is how the security guarantees would come in, where Russia would not directly attack US private companies, and that is how Donald Trump plans to provide security guarantees. Donald Trump has not explicitly mentioned that he's going to put American boots on ground. When I say boots on ground, it may not necessarily be in the form of US Army. It could also be through like private security forces for the private companies within Ukraine, and any attack on them could be considered as attack on Americans. So that could also deter Russia, is what Donald Trump seems to be thinking right now. And Zelensky, with this tweet or X post, has indicated that he wants to buy time, because on one hand he's doing that, on other hand the Paris summit is happening between all the 27 European Union countries, where there are even talks to strip Hungary of its voting rights because it's blocking the sanctions on Russia and all that kind of stuff. And in fact, Ursula mentioned this week that Europe is going to invest 800 billion euros on rearming Europe again, and also 150 billion euros of loans would be given to European countries to actually invest in defense industry. So with that kind of investment happening on missiles, weapons, and France, particularly Macron offering nuclear weapon deployment in Germany and many other parts of Europe. And I'm not even talking about the stupid statements given by Starmer of British troops in Ukraine. With these kind of things, there seems to be some kind of confusion in Europe whether they are willing to honor the peace deal or it's going to be another Minsk. Because last time there was a peace deal in Minsk, it was broken by the Europeans and Russia had to do what it had to do. And now what we're seeing here is that, again, we are looking at a peace deal where Europe is openly saying that they're going to invest in more arms and ammunition. So is this going to be another peace deal which will be jeopardized? Is Zelensky just buying time? Are the Europeans just buying the time? Because these are two conflicting things. So I'll keep tracking this development. This is DG signing off from this video. Do like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'll keep posting more videos. Stay tuned.